Surviving the Andes, Flight 571 Miracle. The Miracle of the Andes tells the harrowing story of Flight 571's journey, which turned tragic. This tale of survival against unimaginable odds has captivated audiences worldwide with its raw human endurance. The Uruguayan rugby team embarked on a trip to Chile for a friendly match. They were filled with excitement and anticipation, unaware that their journey would soon take a devastating turn. On October 13, 1972, the plane crashed into the Andes due to navigation errors and poor weather. The impact was catastrophic, leaving passengers to confront a dire and immediate fight for survival. Survivors initially struggled to comprehend the gravity of their situation. With limited supplies and no immediate rescue in sight, they had to quickly assess their injuries and available resources to strategize their survival. The Andean cold was relentless, posing a significant threat. Survivors had to find ways to keep warm, often huddling together and using the plane's wreckage as makeshift shelter against the freezing temperatures. The survivors faced limited resources, forcing them to ration food and water meticulously. They initially relied on the meager supplies from the plane, knowing they had to stretch them to survive. Injuries from the crash were severe, complicating their dire situation. Makeshift medical treatments were employed, and the lack of professional care made it challenging to tend to the wounded adequately. The world responded with extensive search efforts, but the plane's remote location made it difficult to locate. Families held on to hope, while official rescue missions faced numerous obstacles. Psychological strain weighed heavily on the survivors as they struggled to maintain hope and sanity. The constant uncertainty and harsh conditions tested their mental resilience and camaraderie. Faced with starvation, the survivors made the controversial decision to resort to cannibalism. This desperate measure was driven by the instinct to survive at any cost in the unforgiving Andes. Survivors quickly organized themselves, assigning roles to maintain order and increase their chances of survival. Leadership emerged naturally, fostering cooperation and keeping spirits high amidst the dire circumstances. Despite their best efforts, initial rescue attempts by survivors failed. They battled treacherous terrain and extreme weather, often returning to the crash site more disheartened, but still determined. Nando Parrado and Roberto Canesa's courageous trek marked a turning point. Over 10 exhausting days, they navigated the unforgiving mountains, driven by an unwavering will to find help. Their perseverance led them to a Chilean shepherd, who alerted authorities. This encounter with civilization was the first glimmer of hope, signaling the beginning of the end. Helicopters finally arrived, rescuing the remaining survivors after 72 grueling days. The world watched in awe as the ordeal concluded, celebrating the extraordinary resilience of the human spirit. The rescue was only the beginning of the survivors' challenges as they faced intense media scrutiny. Their harrowing experience captivated the world, leading to countless interviews and public appearances. As the story spread, legal and ethical debates emerged regarding the survivors' actions. The decision to resort to cannibalism sparked widespread discussion, challenging societal norms and moral boundaries. Survivors penned personal accounts, offering intimate perspectives on their ordeal. These memoirs provided deeper insights into their emotional and psychological journeys, shedding light on the human spirit's resilience. The incident prompted significant changes in aviation safety and survival training. Lessons learned from Flight 571 influenced protocols in emergency preparedness, aiming to prevent such tragedies in the future. Reflecting on the miracle of the Andes, we are reminded of human endurance and the will to survive. The survivors' stories continue to inspire and teach valuable lessons about resilience and hope.